one! That one seems to have done some damage. Well done, Sam. That last attack of yours seems to have left a mark. Nice one! That one seems to have done some damage. That was amazing, Sam. Great work. Now let's get this place on the Chiral network.
It looked like a machine, but... You're barely out of breath. Doubt any other porter could hold their own half as well. I hope we can continue. Please.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Great. By the way, we've sent some folks out to recover the... Only prudent we start... If we learn it... Thanks again for...
Sam, listen. Due to your tireless... A great achievement. However, this expansion has done little to address the anomalous activity observed across the continent. Elsewhere, disruptions in the tar currents are growing ever more prevalent. Only by connecting all of Australia can we hope to resolve this situation. And by doing so, we will create the optimal conditions for a new Plategate to manifest as well. We are one step closer to making the chiral verse a reality, and ensuring humanity overcomes extinction. The road ahead is still fraught with peril, but I have the utmost faith in your capabilities. For now, though, please take a well-deserved break aboard the DHV Magellan.
Order completed. Well done.
Was it really Higgs? He's alive.
He called himself a ghost, but...
He found a way back from the beach just so he could kill us.
It was definitely his voice I heard. I didn't get a good look at his face, but yeah. He said he came back to get revenge on you and me. Screwing with our plans to link up Australia was just another way to do that.
They were all in red. Just like the ones at your place. That could have been him too.
You think that was Higgs? Did you see him hurt Lou?
I'm not sure.
Fragile, I need you to remember.
I only caught a glimpse. But they were all wearing red. This is all my fault. I had him at my mercy on Amelie's beach. If I'd only finished him off, none of this would have happened.
No. You can't blame yourself. You know, something's been bugging me. Something he said. You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou. It hit me after. He's absolutely right. I mean, the kid's whole life is a total mystery to me. So I gotta ask. Can you look into Lou's past? Find out what you can? Charlie, you, the ship's crew, you all have connections within the UCA, right? And at least one of you has to have access to the UCA archives that were recovered by the chiral network.
All right, Sam. Let's see what we can find on Lou.
Really, Sam? There's such a thing as too tight. Oh. That must have been quite the nightmare. I can't feel my legs.
Ugh.
Sam, this is Tarman. Feeling refreshed, I hope? Thanks to all your hard graft, the DHV Magellan can get around a lot more freely now. More specifically, we can travel between any two facilities that are connected to the chiral network by way of the tar currents. Naturally, this includes Mexico as well. If you're curious about how the folks in the places you visited are getting on, you can catch up on any recent developments by accessing the Corpus via your ring terminal. And to have the Magellan travel to a given facility, simply open the map with your ring terminal and chart a course to your destination.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
You know, I've been... Fragile holds herself. If Higgs was indeed behind the attack, then I can understand why she feels that. But she's resolved not to let any of it show. To bottle it up and put on a brave... She didn't used to smoke before, did she? I suspect it's a form of self-punishment she's adopted. Vengeance gives rise to a cycle of... But she's committed to helping you complete this journey, and if she believes she has to bury her emotions and play the part of a hard-nosed commander that's what I think, anyway. I'm sure you can understand. That masked man, that was Higgs, wasn't it? To summon a giant mech single-handedly. Well, you don't have to face him alone. Sam, that's one of Daiichi. I'd love to hear it again. Come to think of it, the brigands, which begs the question of how they managed... Sam, if you have any I don't really... You're a kind... Sam, all this...
If you refuse, there will be severe repercussions. But what makes you think you have a choice?
Sam, it's Charlie. Another request is ready for you. You'll find it listed as a main order on the DHV Magellan's delivery terminal. So you know, Sam, meanwhile, Tarman is conducting a separate For now, we would like you... That is a tap. As the network grows in size, that said, you won't be able to proceed until the It appears that they're to the point that they don't even have... This next order is intended... You're to restore the mine north of F1 and its monorail station to work, after which you'll deliver a large quantity of As this is a somewhat complicated order. Anyway, I'd appreciate... All right, Sam. To begin with, take these to the mine north of F. And when you arrive there, submit the materials using the terminal on site. Next, if all goes well, you'll then need to deliver them. Consider making use of the monorail located. Upon your arrival at F1, use the delivery terminal to submit all the materials for processing. That's all there is to it. On this occasion, you can use a tri-cruiser to transport them. Alternatively, these carriers are ideal for... If that sounds good to you, try... And when you're not using the carrier for cargo, you can hop aboard and kick the ground and use... Just remember that floating carriers require chiral crystal...
Sam, there's another porter here. Since you brought this site onto the chiral network,
Yo!
This one's for you.
Impressive work, Sam.
Sam, there's another porter here. Since you brought this site onto the Chiral network, perhaps they thought they could make use of the additional data to make a safe run. Want to go and say hello?
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Just like the guy whose feet are too big for
Okay.
nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know.
Sam. I've never seen a working monorail before. Think of all the stuff it could carry. All right then, why don't we extract... some materials. Very good.
Seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
Did you actually manage to restore the monorail? Awesome! With it back up and running, you'll be able to transport material... Right, would you look at all this? I think it's safe to say we'll have nothing to worry about for a while. Found some of our missing stuff, did you? We've made some great strides in our research thanks to you. If it's all right, we'd like you to have this. Just wanted to let you know that we're increased...
Now displaying your current order grade.
Oh, I got them just... They sure weren't easy to come by. at the risk of stating the obvious, but at least that's gonna go a long way towards... We can fabricate... It's a large four-wheel drive vehicle, boasts significant cargo carrying capacity for the hard-working porter. The driver's seat is in an elevated position and exposed by design. This allows the driver to survey their surroundings more easily and engage enemies with small arms if necessary. You can customize it quite a bit too, attach all kinds of different parts as you like. That said, a lot of parts are still in development, but you'll receive their data as soon as it's ready. The schematics for this vehicle have already been shared with everyone on the chiral network, which means that we can look forward to other people drafting even more new parts. Sure. The monorail network was extensive and once stretched across a good chunk of Australia's coastline. But repeated exposure to timefall has seen it degrade significantly. And with the constant threat of BTs and armed groups, it's not been possible to repair the damage. If you happen to come across a track layer, be sure to feed it any materials you can spare. Even a small contribution will make a difference. Anyway, just something to think about. We're so...
You managed to save the people. They should be... But first, return...
Order completed. Well done.
But that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's not for me.